Hey, what's up, guys? Due to the great success with my other unboxing and movie review video of Wonder Woman, I figured I'm going to do it here again with another superhero movie that well, technically, it's not even out yet. I got it released today. I got it a day early. Got my email notification this afternoon that my shipment from Best Buy had been delivered. I was like, oh yeah, a day early. So, figured, hey, best time to do it. Let's get her done. So, let me get the fucker out of the goddamn box here. There we go. There we are. So, today we are going to be reviewing. Today is October 16th. This releases October 17th. Already on digital HD. Like they already, you know, they always release movies on HD or on digital ahead of time. So, and kind of a cool thing is, I actually got 2 digital download codes. I haven't watched. I got an email with a download code from Fandango for like Fandango Now or some bullshit, which I'm like, oh, which I'll get to the story here. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna be reviewing and unboxing the Spider-Man Homecoming exclusive Steelbook from Best Buy. This wrapping they put on there was kind of shitty though. Like they just kind of like heat sealed it real quick. But as you can see, we have the 4K version, which if you for the extra like $5, might as well, since I do have a 4K TV and you know whatever. So we got this little you know, you got your little paper slip cover thing on there that we'll take off here. I always save those. I'll show you the back here real quick. So you got Peter Parker, Spider-Man hanging upside down on his phone. You know, like teenagers do nowadays. They don't, you know, look up from their fucking phones. Or well, most people don't. So, anyways, oh, wow. That is fucking sweet. I would honestly say the art on this Steelbook is one of the best Steelbook arts I've ever seen. This is like, wow. Amazing. So we got the front cover there. Spider-Man slinging through the air with Iron Man behind him. And we do have the, if it'll focus here, the artist's name right on there. Pretty clear as day, too. Ryan Manerding. Yeah. And then, oh, then there we go. There we got the back, too. Now, the back, that is freaking sweet. That is a really cool. That's freaking badass. So you got Spider-Man there, in his homemade costume. You got Vulture. And there's a little bit bigger picture, you know, Vulture's face there. And then you got the Avengers Tower. That's freaking sweet. So we got the back there. There we go. Got the back. And the front. That is freaking sweet. Then you got the side there that says Spider-Man Homecoming. I'll open it up here. That is freaking sweet. And then, yeah, see, good thing I didn't open it up and show you exactly what was inside because the code was right there on the top. Nothing too super special inside. You got the discs there with Spider-Man's face on it. And then looks like kind of just some We'll pop it out here. Take a quick look. So that's what the discs are. Black Spider-Man faces, and then that's what the inside looks like. Hopefully there's no glare there. There we go. So nothing, you know, I don't really know exactly what that even is, you know. Looks like some, well, I think it's supposed to be webbing, but it looks, I don't know, it looks weird. So, but anyways, that is the inside. But yeah, that is a, because when I saw that, I was like, that is a freaking sweet cover. That is. And all I saw was the front. And they didn't show the back, but damn, that back is sweet. God, that is just badass. That is a badass. I want this as like a big blown up picture. That's freaking sweet. This is really cool. So anyways, on to the review of Spider-Man: Homecoming. I actually ended up going to see it twice. Which I was planning on seeing a couple times anyways. But it only cost, to see it 2 times, only cost me like $6.25. And the reason that was, the first time I saw it was in XD, which was like 11.1 surround sound, Atmos, Dolby Atmos, and then 3D, whatever, basically reclining seats. So, saw that for $6.25 because I happened to purchase this, which is the Spider-Man Legacy Collection, which includes basically every Spider-Man up to Homecoming, leading up to Homecoming. So you got your first 3, and then you got your amazing Spider-Mans in there. This is also a Steelbook. Love me some Steelbooks, as if you didn't already know that I love Steelbooks. But yeah, anyways, they emailed me a code to use to go see Spider-Man. And then, I can't remember if I saw it, then got this in the mail, or what. But, I got the code, picked out my ticket, I had to go somewhere else to go see it in 3D. Because my theater here doesn't work with Fandango for some bullshit reason. So, anyways, I had to go to a different city to go see it in XD, which was friggin' awesome. 3D and it was good. Was really good. Like, if I had to put it between like Guardians of the Galaxy and Wonder Woman, it was a lot closer to Guardians of the Galaxy. It had some good 3D. Wonder Woman, you know, like I said in my review of Wonder Woman, it was so-so. But yeah, definitely good 3D in Spider-Man. Especially like with Vulture flying, you know, that all that was just really good 3D. So, but anyways, yeah. So then I got the code, used that, and then I got this, and it had a code attached to it. So I ended up using 2 Fandango codes, and the second time I just went and saw a $5 movie, so it was free. So I ended up seeing it 2 times. Second time was free. First time was $6.25 because that was the cheapest, and that's cheaper than seeing it 3D here where I live. So, which was nice. So, anyways, it's definitely a lot different. So yeah, basically onto the review now. So it is definitely a lot different than your other Spider-Man movies, even though the first of both of them, the first Spider-Man 1 and Amazing Spider-Man 1, they're both in high school. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've seen 2, but I remember him graduating in one of those movies. I can't remember if it was the second one or not, but first one, he was in high school for some of it. It's been a while since I've seen the first one too. But the second and third Spider-Mans, he wasn't in high school. He had already graduated then. Second Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, he graduated at some point. I can't remember if it was the first or second one. And then this one, he is a sophomore. I think he's a sophomore. I have to double check this now. 'Cause how old is he? Like I try to remember this stuff before I do the thing, but I can't remember now. How? Okay, that's why I thought he's 15, even though that kid's like 20 something. Yeah, he's 21 playing a 15-year-old. So yeah, so he's 15. He's a sophomore in high school, and which I don't even know. In like the first Spider-Man, I'm not even sure exactly. He evidently must have been a senior or something. But yeah, see, this one's a lot different. As it's him as a lot young. It's like they don't really. I don't know. It's like I don't know, like if they had like a timeline where they would place this, but it's. I don't know. It's definitely before the other ones. Because you got Aunt May, who's younger. Because in the first one, she was a friggin' old lady. Even though, well, if you compare like Spider-Man 1 Aunt May to Homecoming Aunt May, there's got to be at least a 20-year difference. Has to be, because Aunt May in the original Spider-Man, okay, well, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna look it up here. So, if I can look up the first one here relatively quickly. Okay, so we got the first Spider-Man, 2002. Yeah, we'll just compare Marissa Tomei to whoever played Aunt May in the first one. She is 52, and Aunt May in the first Aunt May, there we are, is 90. So older. I was being light with the 20, but Marissa Tomei is 52, and Rosemary Harris, the lady who played Aunt May, is 90. So that is that's way more than well, even 30. 38 years. So it's like, well, then you got Sally Field, who is how old is she? Yeah, it's like how old is Sally Field here? She's got to be 70 or so. So it's like, even though this person is supposed to be in high school, it's like, so because in the first movie he's still in high school. Aunt May is friggin' old, so he's got to be 17, 18 in the first Spider-Man. This one he's 15, and somehow Aunt May is way older. Somehow she gets really fucking old in like 3 or 4 years somehow. So I don't know how the hell that happens, but whatever. But they're trying to really, you're not really supposed to think about the other ones. This is kind of a new Spider-Man. Is basically what they reboot it. You're not supposed to think about the old ones, but you're gonna. So, anyways, stars Tom Holland as Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Marissa Tomei as Aunt May. There is no Uncle Ben. Was that his name, Uncle Ben? Yeah, there was no. For whatever reason, there was no Uncle Ben. I don't know why. You got Michael Keaton as the Vulture, and what was his real name? Something Toombs, Adrian Toombs, and Zendaya as Michelle M.J. Jones. Of course, you got Robert Downey as Iron Man. Tony Stark, Iron Man. So, anyways, yeah. So on to the review, which I was already doing anyways. But So he's a 15-year-old kid, and it's basically, picked up right after Civil War. He, battled, he battled Captain America or whatever. I was trying to remember, what the fuck happened in Civil War? He was on Iron Man's team, and he battled Captain America or whatever. So, anyways, that was all over. He went back to, Happy Hogan was like, okay, we'll give you a call when we need you again. And he's waiting. He's like, okay, hey, Happy, when am I going to get my next assignment? So, basically, he got really impatient and kind of just went on his own. And, Happy gives him this special Spider-Man suit so that he can, be Spider-Man, basically. And, to improve on his crappy homemade suit that he had, wait, I'm trying to remember now. Did he... God damn, I'm trying to remember shit now. From Civil War, if he had... God, I'm trying to remember God, I don't think he just showed up, did he? I'm trying to remember if Tom Holland was actually in it. Like, as himself. I can't remember now. It's been a while. But, anyways, so he gets this suit from Tony Stark, basically does everything. It does what an Iron Man suit would do. It can shoot stuff and bombs and just crazy shit. So, no, wait, fuck. God damn it, I'm so fucked up, I forgot. Actually, the movie starts with Adrian Toomes cleaning up after... I don't think it was after Civil War. It was cleaning up something. He was cleaning up... It must have been after one of the Avenger movies. He was cleaning something up and had all this alien technology from these ships. So he was doing that. He was contracted from the city to do this. And then somebody from the Avengers or something like that comes in and basically says, hey, we're taking over and you're basically let go. And this pisses Toomes off because he had hired extra help, bought all this equipment, he has family, all this shit, and he's like, well, and this lady's like, don't care. And that pisses him off, so then they get back to their warehouse or whatever, and they find this stuff that they were supposed to... or they found some stuff in the back of this truck that they're like, oh, we have to return that. I'm like, you know what? We decided that, we're gonna keep this for the trouble that they just put us through. So then, basically, flash forwards to present time or whatever, and there's Peter Parker in school, whatever, and he is basically has the hots for this one girl named... where the fuck is her name at? Well, what the shit? I don't even see... Huh. Well, what the shit? They don't even say what that chick's name is. Oh, there we go. Doris... No. Liz. Her name was Liz. God, why do I not see... Okay. Elizabeth Toomes is what her name was. Okay. So anyways, Peter Parker has kind of got the hots for this Elizabeth Toomes. Or well, yeah, you don't find out that it's Toomes' daughter until a little bit farther into the movie. That was kind of a spoiler there. So anyways, yeah, basically Yeah, that's kind of a big spoiler there. That's kind of a big spoiler. You're like, oh shit. When it happens, you're like, oh shit. So, but anyways, so yeah, Peter Parker's 15 in high school. I'm getting all over. I'm sidetracking all over the place here. I need to have like a script when I do these fucking videos, because it's like I kind of go all over and I kind of remember stuff, and it's like, oh shit. So yeah, anyway, Peter Parker's in high school. He basically just picks up right from Civil War. And I basically he ends up shit basically ends up going down when he catches these guys dressed up in Avengers, like a mask, like a Hulk mask and a Thor mask and Iron Man mask, robbing this bank. And I think that's kind of where the movie really starts to take off, is when he catches these guys trying to rob this bank. They have this alien technology where they can like cut into an ATM and then just like suck the shit right out of there. It's like, wow, that's freaking crazy. So then, so he fights these guys as they're trying to rob the bank, and ends up like blowing a huge hole in the bank, and then at this deli convenience store across the street where you would normally go to get sandwiches and talk to the owner there and whatnot, that got blown up. So then, trying to think what happens. He tries to figure out who is doing this stuff, trying to figure it out. He's calling Happy, trying to be like, hey, I found, something, we should take a look at and see what's going on here. And basically gets ignored. And, I'm trying to think now. What happens? I should have. Yeah, it's been like 2 months since I've watched Spider-Man, so I can't remember exactly everything that happens in it. But I was gonna say I should have did like I did Wonder Woman, where I watched it like right before I did my review, or day before I did my review. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, they robbed the bank. And I'm trying to think what happens after that. And then at some point, he catches them trying to sell this stuff to Donald Glover's character named Aaron Davis, who when they announced that Donald Glover was going to be part of this movie, everybody's like, oh, who's he going to play? Who's he going to play? So, and I didn't realize, I just found this out as I was looking at the Wikipedia, but Aaron Davis is the uncle of Miles Morales, who, if you know anything about Spider-Man, is Miles, or his name Miles? Yeah, Miles Morales is Spider-Man in the Ultimate Spider-Man. So basically they did that to potentially introduce the Ultimate Spider-Man, the Black Spider-Man, Milo. What was his name? Milo Morales. So yeah, and I don't know if they said his name. I don't know when they said it, if they said his name or not. I'm trying to remember. Let's see here. Yeah, the director said the role was designed as a surprise treat for fans, with Davis mentioning his nephew to set up. Oh, he mentioned his nephew. With Davis mentioning his nephew to set up Morales potentially appearing in future MCU films, which would be kind of cool. So, but yeah. Anyway, so Spider-Man finds these guys, and I almost want to say I think he found them basically based. I'm trying to remember if he picked up the. If he could pick up the radioactivity or whatever emitting from the stuff, or I can't remember exactly what happened, but he found them while these two guys were trying to sell some weapons to this guy, and to Adrian, what was his name? Aaron Davis. Well, he was trying to sell to Donald Glover's character, Aaron Davis. And he's like, I don't need this shit. I just need like a gun or something like that. I don't need like they had like this crazy fist that it was like electrocuted, and you could just boom, and just like punch like a bus, and it just moved the fucking bus just by punching it. It's like, that's fucking badass. And he's like, yeah, I don't need any of this shit. I just need like a gun or something real simple. I don't need like this alien technology bullshit that you have going on here. And then Spider-Man's phone rings, and there's like, what was that? And then basically it ends up being a chase with Spider-Man, trying to catch these guys. He attaches to their van, and they shot off the door with one of the weapons, and he's like getting dragged behind the van just on a door. And one of the weapons ends up falling off the van or something, goes in somebody's yard. And after the whole chase ended, so during the chase was going on, Vulture came and picked him up and tossed him in a lake somewhere. Or no, yeah, he tossed him in a lake or a river or something, and that is when. Yeah, he had a parachute on him, and then he dropped him into the water, and then that's when Iron Man came and saved him. And it ended up being just like he wasn't actually Tony Stark wasn't actually in the suit. It was just he somehow was able to remotely control it to save him, and he was like in India somewhere or something like that. So he ended up saving him, and basically, Tony Stark is like, yeah, you gotta give that suit back. Or no, maybe no, maybe not. No, that didn't happen yet. No, I don't think that happened yet. Oh fuck! I'm trying to remember now. I remember what happened. So the reason he went... God, this is going to be a bad review. So the reason he went to those guys selling the weapons was because he was at a party for Liz, and he was going to make an entrance as Spider-Man, so he's all dressed up as Spider-Man, and his buddy was there waiting for him. And he ended up seeing this like big cloud of blue smoke or whatever, basically from them shooting those weapons. So he's like, "Whoa, what the hell was that?" So then that's why he ended up going to see what that was. That's why. I was trying to remember. I'm like, why did he go over there? So that's what happened. Is that he was at a party and going to come in as Spider-Man, but then ended up seeing some shit going down. So he wanted to go take care of that instead. And then on his way back to the party, because his buddy called him, was like, "Where are you, dude? Where are you, dude? I'm here. I'm here. No friends." So then on his way back to the party, he happens to see one of these weapons or whatever had fallen off of the van that had this alien technology in it. So the next day at school, he's tinkering around with it and whatnot, and he figures something out with it. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then later that day, the two guys from the van come to the school to find the stuff, because they have some sort of, and this is where I got that thing, or had some sort of detector. They had the two bad guys have a detector, so they were like in the school, and they would get close to wherever the alien shit was. They would go off like a metal detector or something like that. So they don't end up seeing him at the school at all. But he kind of figures out where Toombs is, or where Toombs does his stuff. So they are going to Washington, D.C. for this, some sort of I'm trying to think of what it is, like where they ask you questions and you have to know the answers. I'm trying to think of exactly what it is. It wasn't math, it was some sort of social studies or debate. So, kind of like a debate or something like that. It was kind of what it was. So they had to go to Washington, D.C. for that. And initially he wasn't going to go... He wasn't going to go on the trip until he found out that Toombs' warehouse or whatever was there. So then they ended up going to Washington, D.C. And he actually ends up missing out on the debate or whatever it is because he is... I'm trying to think of... Well, he ends up missing it because the night before... Okay, now I remember what happened. So all the other classmates were going to the pool, and he is gonna go to... I think he put a tracker somewhere, and the tracker was going off. So instead of going to go swimming with his classmates or whatever, he was gonna go find this truck that had these parts that the Vulture wanted. So he ends up going there, whatever, and Vulture has these cool things that he just drops in 4 corners, and it just opens it up. Crazy. And he just basically drops right in there, it starts to grab some stuff, and then Spider-Man comes in too, and they kind of battle it out for a little while and whatever. And then Peter Parker ends up in the container, and the whatever that keeps that square there disappeared. So then he thought it was still open, so he was going to go back through it, and it was solid, so he just got knocked the hell out. And then he ends up waking up in this huge warehouse thing with all these other containers, and this thing is locked, and it won't open until, like, the morning or something. So then he ends up trying to figure out ways to get out of there, and at some point, I can't remember exactly how the hell he got out of there, but he got out of there at some point. And by that point, it was too late for the contest because it was already over. So then he, I'm trying to remember. I think he ended up I'm trying to remember when he ended up showing up. Yeah, I don't think he showed up until they were at like Washington Monument. So after the thing, they won the contest or whatever. They went to Washington Monument, that area there, and then I'm trying to remember. And then his buddy had the alien technology in his bag, and they were going up the elevator, and I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Something happened where it blew up, and it messed up the elevator, and the elevator was going to fall. So basically, Spider-Man had to come in and save Liz and his buddy and his classmates from basically the elevator falling and everybody dying. So he ends up saving the day there. Nobody knows it's Spider-Man except for his buddy, who he finds out because he was sitting in his room waiting for him, and he comes crawling through the roof, and a lot of the stuff they showed it in trailers. So then that happens. I'm trying to remember what else happens, and then some sort of deal was going down on the ferry, Staten Island ferry, or one of the ferries somewhere. Deal was going down with Toombs and some other guys. One of the guys from like Breaking Bad was in there, doing some deal there, and then that went sideways, and then Toomb had some sort of gun that went like crazy, or somebody dropped it or something, and then it split. Well, and this is all in trailers too, but yeah, they split this ferry in half, and Spider-Man was just like shooting his webs, trying to like, trying to pull this thing together, and I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do that. So then Iron Man comes in, and he has these little rockets that shoot into the side of it that are able to push it together, and then somehow Iron Man just comes, and then just like seals the whole shit back up, and it's like. So then there's like a bunch of cars that were sitting in there that are just like all floating in the water now, and it's just like, that just seems so crazy. But anyways, he I'm trying to remember now. Basically, long story short, Spider-Man defeats Toombs, and that's the end of the movie. So I seriously can't remember everything that happened in the movie. But yeah, basically, like all Spider-Man movies, like all superhero movies, the superhero saved the day. So, my review of Spider-Man Homecoming was 2 thumbs up, 5 out of 5. I really liked it. It was really good. If I had to compare it to other Spider-Man movies, I would say I might have to rewatch them again, but I really liked Homecoming. And from their plans, from what I've heard, is that they're gonna kind of make it so he's gonna be, so he was a sophomore in this one. He's gonna be a junior in the next one, supposedly. The third one, if they still have the same guy, he's gonna be a senior, and then basically go on from there. Is kind of what they're gonna try to do, supposedly. Next one's planned for release July 5th, 2019, which is, a year and a half away, or, well, it's not a full 2 years away, but a year and a half away, yeah. So, which is crazy to think that's not that far away, but yeah. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, if you're a fan of superhero movies, I don't know, it's, obviously if you're not a fan of superhero movies or Spider-Man, or don't give a shit about that, then you probably won't see it, but you're missing out. It's a good movie. Definitely, I was gonna say, yeah, definitely a lot different than other Spider-Man movies. I've seen them all, so, but, and stuff changes, when you're comparing a Spider-Man from 2002 to a Spider-Man from 2017. It's going to be a lot different. New technology, new everything. So, but if I had to, rate Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 1, and Homecoming, I would probably do like the first one, Homecoming, and Amazing Spider-Man. Because I'm trying to think, who was the villain in, or was it fucking Green? Was it Green Goblin? No, it wasn't. I can't remember who the hell the villain was in the second one, or in the Amazing Spider-Man. I actually don't remember who it was. Because Electro was the second one. I can't imagine that they would have done Green Goblin again. I don't think it was Green Goblin. I don't remember who the hell it was. But yeah, if I had to put him in a, like, first, second, third, I would say the first Spider-Man 1 first, Homecoming second, and then Amazing Spider-Man 1 third is how I'd rate those, I think. But I think money-wise, I think Homecoming didn't make as much as they were hoping. Like it ended up making like 900, or what did it didn't end up going over $1 billion, like Civil War did. They, for a worldwide total of $879.6 million. So if you compare that to Civil War made oh gosh. Oh, Tony Stark was the one who owned the company who took over at the beginning of the movie. That's what it was. And it's basically, and then basically he said that, they caused the mess, and now they're gonna get paid to clean it up, which is like, oh, that's definitely true. So let's see here, Civil War. I can't find just a straight something I can just click on here, but come on. Civil War. Where the hell fuck is Civil War at? Come on. Okay, whatever. It doesn't tell me. But yeah, I want to say I think it made over $1 billion. And then and the way it ends, I almost feel like they're probably gonna bring back Vulture at some point in time, because at the very end of the movie, or not at the very end, but at mid credits, they do have an end scene after the credits, and I saw it the first time. I just stuck around to see what people's thoughts were when they played it. When I saw it the second time, just to see if people were like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe I fucking sat here and waited," because it was a long wait to get to that end, and that was not. It was very anticlimactic. It wasn't even worth the wait. And it makes fun of that too. So, but anyways, at the end of there we go. In the mid credits scene, an incarcerated Gargan. Like, who the hell's Gargan? Gargan. And I don't know if that's a... Oh, Gargan. I don't know who that is. Oh. During his career as a villain of Spider-Man's. So he is like a... And see, and a lot of people are... See, I didn't even catch it. I didn't know who that was. So... And made his cinematic debut in 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, see, so I didn't even... I just literally... As I'm filming this, I just figured out who the fuck that was. I didn't even know. I still kind of don't know who the hell that is, but he's a Scorpion, or that's his name. During his career as a villain of Spider-Man, the character originally appeared as the most well-known incarnation of Scorpion, bonded with a symbiote to become the second incarnation of Venom, and takes a serum to control the symbiote to pose as the third incarnation of Spider-Man, as a begrudging superhero. So, at some point in some storyline, that guy becomes Spider-Man. Somehow. Somehow he becomes from fucking a Scorpion guy to Venom to Spider-Man. So anyways, an incarcerated Gargan approaches Toomes in prison. Gargan has heard that Toomes knows Spider-Man's real identity, which he does know. He ended up figuring that out when he was driving his daughter, Liz, and Peter Parker. And see, these are things I'm remembering now. Peter Parker to Homecoming. And while he was... See, now I'm bringing up stuff from that I should... Yeah. And while he was at Homecoming, he ended up fighting... The guys from the weapons sale from earlier with Donald Glover, ended up fighting them at Homecoming, leaving Liz behind. He actually was gonna go. Yeah, went to prom with her, asked her out and everything, and was driving to Homecoming, and on the way there, Liz was talking, and then he's like, this motherfucker is Spider-Man in my car. So then Liz gets out, and basically Toomes is like, if you just forget this, I won't have to kill you. And he seriously thinks that. He's like, you know, I'm just gonna forget it. Ends up not happening, and ends up taking care of Toomes, and he ends up going to jail. But yeah, I definitely, with that mid-credit scene where he knows who Spider-Man is, I definitely feel like that can lead to something in the sequel, or, well, I suppose it depends on how. I was gonna say, he'll probably be in jail for a while, so it might not be real soon. Maybe he'll break out of jail. It's hard to say, but anyways, yeah, I really like Spider-Man: Homecoming. Oh shit! Dang it! I wish I would have grabbed that. Fudge. When I went and saw it the first time in 3D, they gave me this really frickin' sweet poster. God, I wish I could. Oh God. It's like in a complete. It's on the other side of my house. So I would totally go grab it and show you for you guys. But this poster was friggin' sweet. It was like if you Google, let me see if I can find it here. If you Google Cinemark Spider-Man Homecoming poster. Yep, there it is right there. $20. Wow. How much would I charge $20 for that? Yeah. So if you just Google it, if you Google Cinemark Spider-Man Homecoming poster, go to images, it will be like well, it should be the first picture. The first two pictures are the same thing. The fourth one is the same thing. So, yeah, looking at all the other posters, yeah, that is like the coolest poster. I was gonna say that should have been the poster that they used instead of that one where I guess I saw two posters. The one where he was like sitting in front of like New York, just chilling on his back with his headphones on, and then there's one where it's got Spider-Man in the background and just basically a Spider-Man web slinging through the air. But this one from Cinemark, oops, is like I don't know how to describe what it is, but it is freaking sweet. Like, it ranks up there in sweetness with art. So yeah, so basically this is kind of what the main poster look like. Not exactly, but pretty close to this. But the background on this is freaking sweet. But yeah, the poster, as I was trying to mention, is I saw that and I'm like, can I get 2 of those? Because it was a freaking sweet poster. But yeah, Google that and look that poster up, because that thing is sweet. I got 2 of them. One I think I'm going to frame, because it is a fucking sweet poster. So, anyways, this review's gone on way too fucking long. We're at 50 minutes right now. So anyways, my review on Spider-Man Homecoming, it was good. Go see it. And stay tuned for more of my review videos. Gotta get more reviews coming. Like if you saw my Happy Death Day review, you're gonna be seeing a lot more reviews from me, and hopefully now that I can go see them multiple times, I'm gonna see movies multiple times before I do reviews. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Except for Happy Death Day, which I only saw once because I wanted to get the review out right away the opening night. So, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, like this video. Comment down below with what you thought of Spider-Man Homecoming, or of Spider-Man in general, or just whatever the hell you want to say down below. And go ahead and subscribe. If you do subscribe, you will be entered into the 500 subscriber contest. 500 subscriber contest. And once I hit that, if you are subscribed to me, you will be entered into win the contest, where it'll be a bunch of shit, because I'm accumulating shit to put in this 500 subscriber box that whoever was going to win is going to win. So, anyways, yeah, like I said already, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stuff from me, guys. Thanks for watching.